boys and girls, Ms. Miner here. I hope that you have already done your drawing after you watch Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Can't wait to see what your favorite meals are. Now, we are going to be turning part of those drawings into a sculpture. What's a sculpture? Maybe you've already answered. If not, it's a three-dimensional work of art. Now, three-dimensional means it takes up space. It's not flat like a piece of paper. You can't draw, if you sat on it, you would know that it was there, okay? It's three-dimensional, it takes up space. So before we make our sculptures, I need to talk to you about forms. Forms, you might be able to see a circle on this form, which is a cylinder, but cylinders have length, width, and depth, and they are three-dimensional, much like this cube, okay? Sure, you can see the shape, a square on it, but it actually has 6 sides that are square. It has length, width, depth. It is three-dimensional. It takes up space. It's another form. Let's see if you can tell me what this one is before I drop it. Okay, this one is a cone. Here is a sphere. And this one is a rectangular prism. So it's much like the cube, but the sides are rectangular. And then this is a square. So you're gonna be able to see geometric shapes in these, but these take up space, unlike geometric shapes, which are flat. So before we make our sculpture, we're gonna learn how to make forms. So let's get to the demonstration. All right, so for today's lesson, you are going to need Play-Doh or something like it. Maybe Model Magic. I even found Silly Putty could work for this part. If you don't have any of those things, I posted a recipe for Play-Doh in Dojo that you can make at home, okay, with simple ingredients. So let's get started making our forms. Okay, so get some Play-Doh out. First form that I want to create, the easiest form, a sphere. All right, so you're just gonna take the Play-Doh in your hands, roll it between your hands, or you can even roll it on the table. And you wanna get it perfectly round, just like a nice ball. That's your sphere. You can set that aside. All right, next one we are going to make is a cylinder. Cylinder is also pretty easy. Okay, I roll my Play-Doh into a ball again, and then I'm just gonna roll with a couple of fingers, kind of smushing it a little bit. So it's like a long tube. Then I'm gonna tap the ends on the table. And there you've got your cylinder. I'm gonna set that aside. All right, next one we're gonna tackle, I'm gonna do the rectangular prism. That's much like the cylinder. We're going to roll it out. Okay, so we got a tube of Play-Doh. And then I'm gonna flatten the top and the bottom. So we've got 2 flat edges. Then I'm going to turn those 2 flat edges up, and I'm going to flatten it again with my finger. So now I've got 4 flat edges, and I'm going to tap down the bottoms. Now, if we were in the classroom, we'd do this with modeling clay, which is really nice. It's going to hold its shape and it never dries out. We're going to do our best. You're not going to get super sharp edges, but there you go. There is your rectangular prism. And we're going to set that one aside. All right, next one I want us to try is the cone, one of the harder ones. Okay, again, I'm gonna start with rolling a ball. Okay, then I'm gonna put my ball down and I'm gonna pick it up with my 2 fingers, and I just wanna tap a little bit. So I'm kind of getting a circle here. Okay, now, I gotta start to get this point going in the cone. So I'm just gonna kinda go around with my fingers, pinching, so it kinda has a little tail. And then I'm gonna put it on its side. And I'm gonna roll it a little bit. And then you can put it back down. Kinda flatten it out. Okay, and there is my cone. This one is a little tricky to do. But you know, take your time. If you have to smush it all again and start over, that is okay. And there, now I have my ball, or my cone. Okay, and I'm gonna put that aside as well. Okay, last one we're gonna talk about today is the cube. So again, you're gonna take your Play-Doh or clay or whatever you have. And you're gonna wanna roll it into a ball. Now this is gonna be the trickiest one to do. Okay, we're gonna kind of start to smush down the ball so it's flat on the top and the bottom. Okay, then you're gonna put your fingers on the sides and start to smush those till you start to get a cube shape. And again, this is going to be a little difficult to do with Play-Doh, but this is just practice. So you're just going to start turning the cube, using your hand to press, turn it again, press, rotate it again, press, press, press until you have 6 relatively flat sides. You're not going to get sharp corners like on this cube, but again, practice. So once you know how to do these basic shapes, you'll be able to start making your food, which we'll talk more about next time, but I'll just show you one example. If you know how to make a sphere and you know how to make a cone, you know how to make an ice cream cone. Okay, well, we're gonna talk more about that next class. All right, boys and girls, once you've made your forms, line them up and make sure and snap a picture and send it to me in Dojo. And then you're gonna put the whatever you used away, the Play-Doh, the clay, whatever you had. And we're gonna get it out again next week. All right, talk to you soon.